What's going on YouTube? Coming at you from down under here, and thanks for joining me on Attila Total War Attila rather. And this is a siege battle, and it's actually commenced already, and I'll just explain to you what's happened here because it looks really disorganized with traps and everything already set up. The person that we played against was a little bit slack and decided to hit the ready button, and we didn't really have much time for unit movements and things like that, so we just tried to get all these down as quickly as possible. For some reason they're all clumped up here instead of out here. The spikes are out here as well, so this is what we're left with. I will show you the uphill view so you can see the assembly of the army. So the armies we have assembled here today is, so I'm one of the defending teams. I'm going as the Visigoths. We're controlling this section of the wall and city here, and my allies, the Eastern Roman Empire, controlling that end of the city. And on this side we have the the Sassanids on this side of the field, besieging my area of the wall, and the Western Roman Empire, being Romans staying in formation, is bombing the shit out of the wall on the other side, attacking my Roman allies there. So we'll get back into it and I'll show you the units as we go. So what's happening so far is that there's some artillery bombardment happening here, but there's a lot of siege engines moving in. I've rushed as many of my archers forward and some axemen as well, because the archers just aren't going to do the job. And I'm using flaming arrows and flaming siege weaponry to try and burn them down, or at least damage them enough. Thank God for that there, it slowed them down a little bit. Also, what I'm doing is I'm moving my cavalry out, and I'm going to rush and try and take down at least one or two towers or disrupt the movement somehow. So, and I think the enemy Romans have picked up on that, and they've just rushed forward, even though it doesn't make any sense because they have no siege weaponry other than what's sitting there. So let's look at the wall, what's happening here. These, what they call bastion onagers, they're pretty accurate but very slow. So I was relying on them to do all the work for me, but I got my archers and crossbowmen, flaming arrows, flaming bolts, and just try and burn something. And I've got axemen already, and melee infantry anyways. I've got some swordsmen, axemen, all coming to the defense of the wall. Here I've got swordsmen as well, but they've taken down the ladders. But there is a battering ram here, and although it's destroyed, they just also destroyed my gates. So now I have pikemen sitting up here. They're going to be the new gate, and here they come. They've thrown their spears in, but now we're going to give them a bit of an oil bath. Look at that. So much death going on there, and they can't touch us. The immortals, well, they're slowly getting through, because these are very cheap units, these pikemen. They're only 250 credits, so they're not going to be the strongest things out. And I've got some infantry coming in. There's my onagers already in position. I've decided to start retreating my units back to the center. That was a bit of a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Oh look, and we've got a tower burning. Oh, and one of my onagers is just taking out a whole heap of my own troops. But at least that tower is going to fall to bits in a minute. And there's my cavalry. It stopped one of the siege towers from moving forward, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. But unfortunately, the cavalry unit's going to sacrificing itself for the greater good. Let's have a look here. I have no archer unit on this war. It's just melee infantry all there, and towers that are providing the ranged fire. But check out. I love looking at like this. They perch themselves a little bit up over the wall, and they're raining down some arrows on them. Good for them. Now we'll check out my ally. There doesn't seem to be too much activity going on here because the Romans are playing a bit smarter, but my allies are throwing some explosive rounds into them, and it looks like they've done a fair bit of damage, and the tower as well has done some damage too. But their onagers are also firing at the walls, and there they are. They're just taking a large section of it down, so they can easily charge through now if that's what they wanted to do. And what's my ally got here? They got some Cherio Blustra ballistra. So little ballistas, and hopefully they can rip through some of the infantry there, but they're obviously not going to do it on their own. I actually don't like using that type of siege weapon. They don't seem to be effective at all for me. I've moved some of my archers and crossbowmen over here. I think what I was trying to do is run them down into this section. But I started, yeah, here we are. I'm starting to move my infantry back. I'm thinking, oh no, the wall is lost. Can't, yeah, because the second siege tower got there and I thought, oh no, the wall is lost. There's no point me fighting this battle here. I'm not going to win it. But we're not going to win it on the wall. We may as well start pulling back. And that's what I've done here too. And that was a silly move because really when I look at it now, we're not doing too badly. We're doing alright. They got their slingers in position. That's not good. So I've got my infantry unit in like a testudo formation. A shield wall or whatever you want to call it.
Our gates have been blown apart.
I've still got another onager here that's working away. They're not reloading. They must be out of ammo. And these onagers aren't firing, which is a big shame. I think there was something wrong. They couldn't move properly, so they just said, "To hell with it. We're on strike. We're not gonna fire onto the enemy until we get moved in a proper position." So here we go. Look at, they got their spearmen, their elite immortals here taking on my Thracian Oathsworn. And I rate. Oh, geez, look at that head just explode off. That guy just cut into someone's neck. I like the Oathsworn better. I think they're a fanatical type unit, I believe. They got like the special ability. But I do like them better. I just find them better as a melee unit, which they should be because they're just a sword. They don't have a shield or anything like that. So they got their two hands free to swing that sword around, the elvish type blade. Now it's looking over here. So this was part of my reasoning for pulling the troops back. I thought, oh no, it looks like we're being overrun, but it wasn't too bad. It actually was a little bit better than I thought. Here's my allies. They're still waiting on the Romans to make a move into them. They're in position. They've taken up a lot of positioning in the city to defend it in certain key areas, because they, obviously my ally had the same opinion as me. We won't be able to win the war battle. So we need to pull back, but it turns out we were doing pretty well. Now all my pikemen seem to have been wiped out, I think by the slingers. Yep. I think they might have run out. They might have run out of ammo, so and that's probably why they're not coming in. Let's check out the battle here on the wall. Yep, we've got control of this. It says the battle is in their favour mostly, and that's very believable considering the way it was looking while I was fighting it. See, this infantry unit's about to be taken out. There's a fresh army just sitting out there, whereas a lot of mine are a bit knocked around. They've still got a whole heap of infantry ready to be used, but then I've also got some in my reserve too. So I've got a lot of my troops sitting here at the back, and now I'm starting to move them out. Moving back to position because I've realised, well, we can win it. We just need to have the troops there now. There's some infantry coming in. The slingers are coming in to try and break up the infantry I've set up at the gate. So then these cavalrymen, what are they? How do you say? Push Taiban cataphracts. So, and they're leveled up quite high as well. And no resistance. There's no archer fire coming down on them at all. Even though I've got archers here. And here we go. There's a volley. It's done nothing. Another volley. Probably have to switch to heavy shot. Which is probably what they're doing. No, nothing. And they have a sword infantry unit out there. And look at their cavalry's getting burned by the hot oil. Or is it acid? No, it must be oil. Hot oil. And there's heavy shots there coming down. I do remember switching to heavy shot with these guys. Oh yeah, there we go. Got straight in the head. For some reason the blood's coming out of his chest. So the battle's still going on. It looks like it's just about to finish according to the timer. We'll see why in a minute. Absolutely nothing's happening. on this side here, or there's a little bit of activity.
Destroyed an entire
So the
unit.
cavalry, the Roman cavalry, oh no, the Sassanid cavalry is coming over. The Romans are just sitting back there, not doing anything. I think this is where this is the point where the human player. Oh no, he's still in it. I think no, he dropped out right at the end. I just gave it away. The human player who was taking on who was playing as the Romans dropped out. I think he saw the battle wasn't in their favour anymore, since I did such a stellar job of defending my section of the wall. Look at this.
Their unit has rallied.
We were so outnumbered on this war. We had crappy archers. We had 2 melee units, but then I pulled in a few more units. There's one there, and managed to do the job. Managed to take them down. So they lost the battle on the wall, and we won it. Thanks also to my crossbowmen. My crossbowmen did a good job. Let's see what they do here. Nothing much. Nothing much. So that's a shame. Maybe they'll spin around and
The
attack.
enemy
No, they
have
won't.
captured the gates.
If we look at the battle here, oh, the Romans are now making their push, their final push. So he's still in the battle here. Look at him flood over the wall, just running in, almost mindlessly. May as well have been the computer playing us instead of the human player, because he's just throwing everything he's got over the wall without any strategy in mind. There wasn't much there defending that section. He could have easily just gone through the gate, take this unit out. Instead, he's opted to lose a whole heap of units. But that's it. That was the section where the human player dropped out, and everyone else decided to go with him. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was an enjoyable video for you to watch. It was a short battle, but it was enjoyable for me. So, if you liked the video, please give us a like and a subscribe, and I will catch you later.